the offense a hard time in the building after the last couple of days?
Yeah. I mean, no, we just, like I said, since the beginning of training camp, it's been very competitive on the field, off the field. And so in the locker room, yeah, I mean, we're going to be chirping a little bit, just hoping for a response. But yeah, that's the nature of just competition with them.
Has there been any time where Wink has asked you guys to dial it back, or maybe it's come down from Dave's to dial it back a little bit, some of the stuff you're doing?
No. I mean, not in terms of just competing and getting after.
No, I mean like the actual football stuff, like the schematic stuff you're doing.
Oh, I don't know. I think that's an upstairs thing. I'm sure they tell Wink, like, hey, you have certain pressures you can run in a or I think the amount of pressures, they tell him, like, hey, this is your allotted amount. But yeah, nothing to the players. We're just going to, whatever it's called, we're going to play it hard.
What did you take out of Thursday night?
That's when we played, right? Like Thursday. I think it was good. I think it was good to see what you have in front of you. I think, we have a lot of evaluation being done, top down, from starters on. And so it's big. You want to see guys competing. You want to see guys get after it in a game setting. And so it was good. I think we got some good feedback on some stuff to improve on. It's the initial shock for a lot of young guys on what an NFL game, can be. And so now, unfortunately, I think we play on Thursday, now we play on Sunday, a little extra time in between there. So we get after it in practice, but I know we're looking forward to this next game, this next preseason game.
Julian, it seemed like they were throwing a lot of back shoulders at that in New England.
Yeah.
Is that something Jerome Henderson has been stressing with you guys this week?
Yeah, I mean, that was something that I guess we haven't been seeing, we haven't seen as much, until the game. And so, of course, you're going to see some stuff that, you weren't expecting maybe. And so now we're learning to play, the back shoulder, the ball out in front, because that's the evolution of the game. That's what these games are for. It's important that we got those in the game, because now guys can build off of that, and the young guys can really learn how to play them.
You guys are very athletic and very tough in the back end. Do you think Wink is going to start instill more defensive pressure on the back end?
Yeah. I mean, he has it dialed up. I mean, he has his plan going for week 1, 2, 3, whatever in the regular season. He's pacing it right now. He wants to show what we want to show in the preseason, and we're gonna get to that eventually. But yeah, he has a plan, and some are gonna be more exotic, some are gonna be simple. Whatever they scheme up and think is best for that opponent.
It seemed like there was a difference of perspective Thursday night, is that people in New England thought you guys blitz a ton, and it seemed like the feeling in your locker room was that you dialed it back and you were pretty much as vanilla as it gets.
Yeah, obviously I know a lot happens between coaches for preseason games, gentlemen's agreements or whatever. I thought we were fine. I thought, everything we played was very standard in terms of what you want to see, young guys getting. So I'm not sure about all of that stuff, but I thought our plan wasn't anything exotic. I thought it was very cut and dry on defense.
To the point where maybe you even thought, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but you thought maybe you'd blitz even more than what you did? Or you knew because
it was first preseason, it was going to be, kind of vanilla, game plan. We're going to be simple. Want to see just young guys executing the calls that we've had since the beginning. Those first, few installs. And so that's what the game plan was for that.
Julian, are you excited, man? I mean, the first game's under a month now, as for what Wink could draw up for an actual regular season game.
Yeah, I'm excited. I've been, I've had a lot going on this off season, but during it all, I've just been, putting in perspective what I want for myself in this upcoming year. And everybody knows I'm a pretty selfless guy. I try to do whatever I can to help the team improve, but now I'm excited just to have the opportunity to take my game to the next level. And so this offseason, yeah, it's been a lot of that, and I'm just waiting for week 1. Obviously, I'm excited for Cleveland and the Jets just to get into the flow, so I can be hitting the ground running, and we can hit the ground running week 1. But yeah, it's hard not to be excited. I mean, you want to win games, we want to see a new season, and so we want to get that bad taste out of our mouth as soon as possible.
All right, but what's going on that's competing with football and all that?
I got married this summer, so yeah, I was a little locked into that. And so yeah, we were doing all of the pre-wedding stuff, which was exciting. I loved every part of it. It was a perfect day. The honeymoon was perfect. And so, work-life balance, as 100% locked into that stuff, and then when it's not time to pick flowers, it's time to visualize what I want for myself in the season and set goals for myself.
You have a lot of like young, unproven guys kind of battling in the depth of the secondary. Has anyone stood out to you, caught your eye?
Yeah, I mean, it's like you said, a lot of the young, unproven guys. It doesn't mean that we have any lack of talent. I think we're a talented group. I think personally, it stinks. I've liked what Dane Belton has showed before. He was out for a little bit. I like what Zion Gilbert has showed. I think he's a guy who can be. He's a sneaky athlete. I mean, and so it's exciting to see him get more and more. I mean, we just have a good young group. I think we have some really good players. You saw, Darren Evans, D. Evans. He had a solid game, and I want to see more from Flop. But I mean, we got some guys, and this next game and the next one, you want to see guys take that next step. This first one, I feel like coaches might feel a certain way, but I'm like, it's their first game. Like, let them ease into it. And I'm forgetting, Trent Thompson has been flashing all over the place. He's a guy who's just really been earning his way from the bottom of the bottom to now earning some quality reps for us. And so I think that's somebody to keep an eye out for sure.
Take 3 more. 2 more.
Did you complain to Wink when you didn't get the green dot?
No, I'm Wink's good about the green dot. I mean, he's probably told you, whoever's on the field at all times will get it. So when Xavier went out after that first series, I had the green dot for the second series. And yeah, so I'm a guy in the lineup for that. And that's nothing uncommon. I can echo a call with the best of them. So yeah, you never know what happens.
What have you seen from Daniel Bellinger in camp so far?
Yeah, I like Daniel. I think he's a tough kid. And just he's been, improving more and more each day. A lot has been put on him, I honestly. Kind of getting that first team job. And he's learning each day. I think, for a young guy right now, you just want to absorb as much as you can each day. Take the hits here and there, the bad plays, the good plays. But he's learning, and he's a good kid. I mean, he's really a good kid. And so, when I'm out there guarding him with the first team, the first teams are going at each other, I'll tell him, like, hey, this is what you need to do to be a little better in a certain aspect. And so it's push and pull, but he's absorbing everything. And so I expect bright things for him because he's just a good kid.
What kind of a route runner is he?
Route runner, I mean, he's learning to become, a more proficient route runner. I mean, he's a big guy. He's strong. He's deceivingly strong. And so, I think just using his body more, you guys will see going forward.